What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nacho Wrestling, and I got a problem with Saturday night's main event. Now, we all know that Saturday night's main event, Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, is coming up this Saturday on the 25th, and I've noticed a pattern from the first show to the second show, and I just wanted to talk about that pattern and the problems I'm noticing with the first two shows. And you guys can let me know down in the comments below if you see these problems as well, or if you don't see them and you think the show is perfectly fine. With that out of the way, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling, and if this is your first time watching a Nacho Wrestling video, why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button? I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and your help would be greatly appreciated. The first problem I have with Saturday night's main event, and it's a problem that I've seen talked about a little bit online in certain wrestling spheres that I'm a part of, but I've noticed, and I know that a lot of other people have noticed, that the matches that have been announced for those shows have been a little too predictable. Almost once they're announced, no matter how they're announced, you have a good idea at who's going to win. I think there is only one exception to this rule, and that was the Women's United States title match between Chelsea Green and Mia Yim, because you genuinely could have made the case for either woman getting the win in that match, but of course at the end of the day, Chelsea did get the win, which is what the majority of fans wanted to see and thought we were going to see. But in the case of Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion, the two matches he has had at Saturday night's main event, or the one match he has had at Saturday night's main event, and the other one he is about to have at Saturday night's main event. But those two matches are very predictable, and the outcome is very obvious, not only because Gunther is a dominant champion and will essentially beat anybody at least once, but moreover the fact that, especially with the triple threat match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest, it was a foregone conclusion that those two would cancel each other out, allowing Gunther to retain. And then on the Jey Uso side of things, you have him and Jey Uso, which they've wrestled before, so you think, oh, maybe there's a chance Jey gets his win back, but not happening. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole right now. The bigger issue is that once Jey Uso put his hands on the World Heavyweight Championship about a week ago, it was very obvious that Gunther was retaining. If it wasn't obvious before that he was retaining, it was obvious after this. The next problem I have, along with the shows being too predictable, is that the wrestling that happens on the shows is not enough, to the point where Saturday night's main event feels more like a WWE PLE than a special TV event. My thought process behind this one is the fact that if Saturday night's main event is your widest shown product, and I use that in air quotes, but if your show is being shown on cable TV on NBC and then also on a streaming platform on Peacock, wouldn't you want to showcase the wrestling and the entertainment value of everything a little more than just showing Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, or Michael Cole and Jesse the Body Ventura, whoever's on commentary? Wouldn't you want to show like the wrestling more than those two guys reading an ad read for Snickers or for whatever city they're in at the time? It's just a little confusing to me. You know, you'd think that you want to showcase what is going to get the casuals invested, whether it is a promo, whether it is a match, something rather than the boring talking from the commentary. I think that can go a long way into making these shows a little more enjoyable, space them out more, give the matches a little more time, whatever you have to do. It seems to be a constant problem with WWE, and I'm never going to stop harping on it. The final point I have is the Hulk Hogan of it all. I genuinely don't understand the point of having Hulk Hogan in the WWE anymore. I don't know what purpose he serves. It's the same reason I don't want to see Brock Lesnar. It's just, you did stuff, and like, I can separate the art from the artist most of the time. You know, like, whatever. I go back and watch a Chris Benoit match every now and again. Still a bad guy, but at least I can go back and watch his work. For some reason, I can't do that with Brock and Hulk. More over Hulk than Brock. Just not a fan. Never was a fan of Hulk Hogan. Maybe that's just because of the time period I grew up watching wrestling. But if you want to go for the retro feel, I personally think Jesse the Body Ventura is a better feel for it. The energy he brings, the charisma he has. And sure, he's not a well-known name like Hulk Hogan, but I think if you're going for a true Saturday Night's Main Event 80s authentic feel, Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary and as sort of the figurehead for those shows is a better way to go than having Hulk Hogan be your flag bearer for those shows. Those are just a few of my problems with Saturday Night's Main Event. What type of problems do you have with the show? Let me know down in the comments below. Or do you have no problems with the show and you think it is perfect just the way it is? Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling, and I will see you guys next time.